Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the VGF podcast. I'm your host, Gianluca, alongside of
Brandon.
And today we got the divisional round preview for you guys. We haven't been around for a minute. We're terribly sorry. Been on vacation, been out.
But we're back.
We're back. We're picking it up in the postseason, and what a round one of football, man. That was so much fun. I mean, didn't expect the Texans to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Green Bay as well.
Didn't expect the Packers to get it done. Didn't expect the Bucs to get it done.
The Bucs was the one that I was the least surprised about, with the way the Eagles had come into the postseason, basically just like limping in.
Yeah.
That wasn't really too much of a surprise, but it was more of a surprise how pathetic that Eagles performance was. That was.
I mean, as a Niners and as two NFC fans, I feel like I had fun watching that game. That was a fun game to watch.
For me, seeing 3 out of my 4 least favorite teams get eliminated in the matter of 2 days, the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Eagles, seeing them get out in the matter of 2 days was very nice. So I'll take it. Hopefully on Saturday I don't see my team get out, but
we'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it.
We'll talk about it. So what game you want to start off with?
Let's just go in order. I mean, right now we got Saturday, 4:30 Eastern at least. The 10-7 Texans roll on into Baltimore and host the 13-4 number 1 seed in the NFL, Baltimore Ravens. And Brandon, how you feeling?
This is an interesting game in my opinion. 2 great quarterbacks. The AFC, the last 4 remaining quarterbacks are very good. And we saw with the Texans in the first game against the Browns, they looked very, very good. They put up about 45 points on Cleveland.
Yeah.
Obviously, the 2 pick sixes really changed the game, but C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins, again, the last 3-4 weeks since Tank Dells went out, have really produced big time for this Houston Texans team, and they showed out again in that wildcard game against the Cleveland Browns. To me, I was expecting a Browns win in that game.
Yeah, me too.
But I was really impressed with the Texans and super happy for DeMeco Ryans, seeing him have success in his first year with the Texans with this young team. And I think they got a shot against the Ravens. I don't know. You're obviously not favored to win this game. Like, it's gonna be hard to even say that they're gonna win this game. But we know Baltimore in the playoffs.
They have a choking hazard.
They do struggle. So who knows? But I'd probably pick the Ravens in this game just because I think they've earned the respect to be favored in this game.
Yeah, I agree with that. And there's something I just want to mention about the Texans. Man, they were hyped last week, especially against Cleveland. Holy crap. I don't know what DeMeco has them on, but everyone on that team has been hyped. And I know there's been a lot of question marks at that defense, but realistically, this December and like these last 4 or 5 games for the Texans, their defense has really balled out. And they've been a strong suit. And that, I think, is the DeMeco Ryans. Just he's the great defensive mind that he is. His scheme, his ability to just have players motivated and play at their best is something really special that we should. I mean, good on the Texans. This team's gonna be great for a long, long time, especially with CJ, especially with DeMeco. I can see them giving Baltimore a fight. Obviously, I don't think this is gonna be as much of a cakewalk as people think. I don't know if that's what's being said, but I definitely see Baltimore winning just because they have home field advantage. That is huge, especially in the playoffs. But big props to the Texans. They look really good. And if they even beat the Ravens, I wouldn't even be that shocked. That's where they're at right now. And I can see the Texans making a serious run if they beat the Ravens. But anyways.
And even on the Texans, the last thing I wanted to add on DeMeco Ryans, the way that he's coached up this defense, especially second half of the year, and that they have the lack of talent they really have on this defense, there's not really much there. So you could just imagine once he gets the players that he wants through the draft and then through free agency and just the guys he wants, how good they're going to be in years to come. And he's made this place an attractive place for players. Him and Stroud have made it an attractive place for free agents, and people are going to want to come play here. And it really shows the real formula now in the NFL. If you can get a good young head coach and a good quarterback, it could bring you very far away, even with lack of talent in other spots. So.
And they were being written off way early on in the season. Before it started, they were being written off as one of the worst teams in the NFL, barely scrapping together 4 or 5 wins. And look at them.
I can't even say nothing. I was one of them.
I was one of them too. I won't lie. I didn't think they'd be the worst, but I thought they'd be middle of the pack.
I didn't think they'd have a chance at the playoffs.
I know, big respect to them. Anyways, let's move on now to the Saturday night game, your game.
Yep.
The 9-8, 7-seeded Green Bay Packers roll on into Levi Stadium in Santa Clara and face the San Francisco 49ers, who are 12-5, coming fresh off the bye. Players are rested. Players are healthy. Brandon, What do you think about this one?
I think right now the Packers are the flavor of the week after their wild card win. They put up 48 on the Cowboys. Like, I'll even like they were impressive. They played really good against the Cowboys, but I've seen a lot of people picking the Packers, and I think they got to slack the brakes here.
Yep.
I think I know the Niners haven't played a meaningful game in like 3 weeks, so people are kind of forgetting. I know people have a lot of recency bias, but
especially in this league.
Yeah, I'm expecting the 49ers to take care of business here, especially a Shanahan team. They don't fuck around on bye weeks and stuff, so I expect us to come out, and as long as we can get the run game is working, I'd expect us to have success in this game, and people are going to see why Brock Purdy isn't just the worst quarterback remaining, and why he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think there's a lot of recency bias, especially looking into this matchup. People forget how good the Niners have been just because they haven't really played a good game, and they lost their last game of the regular season, but starters weren't playing this and that. But just moving on to Green Bay here, I want to say one thing. How quick everyone is to forget how bad Jordan Love's first 7 games were in his NFL career. Listen, pump the brakes on the kid. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not this. He's not that. He still hasn't proven anything. I'm sorry. He's looked good in recent weeks. I will give him that. But he is nowhere near Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. Stop the comparison. Cut that stuff out because it's just
throws,
he's not there. He played the Cowboys last week. He looked very good. But then again, the Cowboys looked very, very, very bad. They were not ready to play. Green Bay was. He won. Good for him. See what he does against the Niners. Sneak peek, just a little heads up for you guys. Don't bet on the Packers. I don't even think it's going to be close. I'm taking San Fran by 2 touchdowns, and I think this game's going to be a blowout.
I agree with you. I feel like as long as we could just early on, but even if I feel like it's going to be a close game till about halftime.
No.
This seems how to be how Niners games go. I feel like the Packers will probably score first. I wouldn't be surprised because they're going to start with the ball most likely. It'll be close until halftime. It'll probably be the Niners are going to be up like between 3 to 7 points going into half, and then I think second half we just run away with it. That's usually how our games are going to go against teams like this. So we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty confident in the Niners taking this one, and I feel like the Green Bay hype train's going to stop Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll see. Then maybe they're going to go back to wanting a quarterback at the draft.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows, right? But anyways, move on to the Sunday slates here. 3 p.m. games. We got the most interesting game of the weekend here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 9-8 Bucks, won the division, going up against the 12-5 Lions, 3rd seed in the NFC. And I don't know. There's just the thing with the Bucks right last week is Baker Mayfield was hurt. He didn't play bad. I don't want to diss Baker Mayfield because he did make some nice throws, especially in that second half. But they were not great. They didn't look like sharp. They didn't look like dangerous. They just beat up on a very bad Eagles team that was depleted and injured and just not there. You're going up against the Lions at home, who the Lions also have been humming. This can sort of be good for the Bucs just because the Lions don't have the best defense, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And the Bucs do have the experience, whereas the Lions don't. But the Lions are hungrier. I can see this going either way. What do you think about this one?
I think, on that game, I completely agree with you on the Eagles game. I think against any other team in the playoffs, I think the Bucs probably lose that game because in the first half they were not converting when they got to the red zone. It was a lot of field goal, which, in the playoffs, just any game in general, you're not going to win games kicking field goals. But luckily their defense was good for them that game, and they do have a lot of players that were on that Super Bowl winning team, so they know what it takes to get done. They are playing on a Lions team that is not really experienced, but I think this game's probably going to end up being like a shootout, and I'm going to take the Lions offense over the Bucs offense. I don't think the Bucs offense is explosive enough to really compete with the Lions. And
don't sleep on Baker.
Honestly, the Bucs could win this game. They are an experienced team with guys who have been there and done that, and the Lions are an inexperienced team, but plus it's at home. We know the Lions crowd, you saw it last game, they were electric, and I think that's going to play a factor in this game. So I'm going to take the Lions, and I think we're going to get a San Francisco 49ers, Lions.
Detroit Lions, NFC Championship
game,
match.
which I think would be an very interesting game at Levi's Stadium. 2 good, high-powered offenses and an elite San Francisco defense.
I have to disagree with you there. I think you guys are getting the Bucs in the championship game. Taking the underdog here. I have this weird feeling that Baker Mayfield is going to...
What's the line for this game?
just destroy the Lions. If the over-under is really low, I would suggest smashing the over because that's what I'm most likely doing. I think this game is going to go way over, especially if it's like a 30-something line. Who the hell knows? But anyways.
6.5 points.
Lions are favored 6.5.
Yeah. And,
wow.
I couldn't see the over-under. But
Lions 6.5. That's interesting. Okay, anyways. Sunday afternoon, night slate.
This is going to be a nice game.
The prime time everyone's been wanting for. The wet dream of the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs went up against the Buffalo Bills. It is in Highmark. Bills are at home in this one, and this one's tough. This one's tough to call. I know who I like. I want to hear your opinion first. So what do you think about this one?
For me, I think Josh Allen is going to get his revenge, and the Bills are going to win this game. But it's just really hard to bet against Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it feels like, if I'm thinking about this as like a regular game and just like logically, it feels like the Bills are just have everything here to win the game. But with the way that Kansas City's defense has been playing all season long, who knows?
Yeah.
But to me, I think the Bills should be able to win this game. And just for them and their fans, I hope they can, because they've been waiting a long time to see this team be successful and finally get over Patrick Mahomes. This is what Josh Allen's missing on his resume, is just to finally get over the Patrick Mahomes curse and see the Baltimore Ravens in the next round. And I think Buffalo should win this game, but who knows? What do you think?
Listen, I've been, at a certain point in the season, I thought the Buffalo Bills were not a playoff team. I will not deny that. I thought they were lost. I thought their season was over. We made a video about it, and boy was I wrong. And I'm not doing that same mistake again. I'm taking Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
He had a very, very good game against Pittsburgh. We hadn't seen him use his legs like that in a long time. Obviously, he had been using his legs more ever since the OC change happened, which is good. I think the Bills needed to use him, especially since they don't have that alpha wide receiver 2 yet. Make him be the scary threat, and that also opens up a lot of lanes for James Cook. I don't think people realize how good it is that Josh Allen can run, just because now linebackers are playing like more conservative, going after the quarterback, where James Cook has more lanes now to run, which helps them out a bunch. Obviously, this Kansas City Chiefs team is very, very good defensively. Offense hasn't been elite like we know it, but then again, Patrick Mahomes. I would not be surprised if this game is a shootout. It would not surprise me. I think Rashee Rice is going to have another monster game here. And I think the Bills, though, are just going to be a little too much, especially since they're at home. That's going to play a huge, huge role in this game. And just Bills sneak it late with a late field goal. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I think the Bills are probably going to sneak it out late. To just if it does get close, is where I start to think, is Mahomes going to sneak it out?
Yeah.
This is going to be a very entertaining game. I'm going to be excited. What time is that one at? 8 o'clock?
It's 6:30.
6:30. I don't like that time. I'm working, so...
yeah, it's tough with work.
Yeah. But anyway, it's from what I'll be able to capture the game. It should be an interesting game, and going to be excited to see that.
I don't know. There's just something this year about the Chiefs that they don't have that magic they always have. Like, Kelsey's not playing at the level he usually plays at this point in the season. Obviously, last game he looked good, but then again, late on in the season, he wasn't looking as great as usual. And
we even had the 3 drops last games.
Yeah, so I mean, there's just something. It's a good game if you're a Buffalo fan.
Mm-hmm.
And then Baltimore is my prediction in the AFC, and then I got Niners and Bucks in the NFC.
I hope you're right about the Bucks, because that would be a nice game for the Niners.
Anyway, should be a fun little matchup. Should be a fun little weekend of football. Obviously, season's wrapping up. Unfortunately, it's just crazy how fast it goes, man.
Wait forever for it to come back, and it just gone. It feels like it was week 1 not long ago.
It's just, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna keep bringing out the playoff content. We're thinking of doing a post game live recap, probably after the Niners games. So we'll figure that stuff out. We'll keep you guys interested. Whatever. We'll let you guys know on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on X. Brandon's really good on that. He posts all our videos there. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for all future videos. Get notified whenever we drop a video, and yeah.
See you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.